All right, welcome back. So in this episode, I'm going to be taking you step by step on how to integrate the Conviso Flutter SDK. In case you missed our first video on how to set up your Conviso dashboard, where you gain access to your Conviso developer API key for you to be able to finish up this process of integrating any of the SDKs you want to integrate, please kindly find the navigating Conviso dashboard video. However, if you are new to the Conviso space and this is the first video you are stumbling on, please, this is our official website, conviso.ai, where you can read more about Conviso, see what we offer, and how to get started. But for the purpose of this video, which is to be able to integrate your Flutter SDK, we're going to the documentation session. This is the documentation session for Conviso. You can head over to the integration where you will find a list of SDKs that Conviso support as of the time that I'm making this video. We'll be heading to Flutter and then we'll have different sections where you can browse through. You could find the next button at the bottom here where you click on next and then you find the introduction to the Flutter SDK. In this particular course or episode, we'll be cutting across user identification, event tracking, push notifications. In the next video, we will walk through in-app messaging and automatic screen tracking. So we scroll down, we go next to the change log, and then most importantly, you go to the installation process. Now, the most important thing you need to ensure you have in your dependency for you to be able to use the Conviso SDK is to have the Firebase core and the Firebase messaging SDK or packages. Also, if you are convinced on why you are saying OpenCDP here instead of Conviso, please note that Conviso was formerly known as OpenCDP. All right, so at this point, we'll be heading over to the pub.dev where you get to find the OpenCDP SDK. And then if you're new to Flutter, you get to find the step-by-step on, you get to find the step on how to add your OpenCDP SDK to your Flutter app. So you go to your terminal and then you can do flutter.add OpenCDP. But because this package already exists in my dependency, it will just update the dependency. All right. The next important thing to take note is initializing the OpenCDP, right? Which is the first function you have to call to initialize the OpenCDP dependency into your Flutter app. All right. This is the quick start, which takes over the few configuration. First and first, like I said earlier, if you missed the navigating the OpenCDP dashboard, please kindly find the video. That will enable you to get your CDP API key. Then also you can create for iOS integration, you can create your iOS app group. We have a little example here that could be something like your company.app. And you could set if you're in the debug mode to true and if you're in the production mode to false. The auto tracking screen, you can enable it. Tracking application lifecycle too can be enabled if you want to. Auto tracking can be enabled too if you want to. So all right, so let's head over to Codebase and let's see this work like magic. All right, I'm sure you are familiar with the default calculator Flutter app. So this is a simple implementation of the Flutter SDK into a Flutter app. Your main function, and please note you can integrate this depending on how you are doing your dependency injections. But for simplicity of this video, I'm going to be doing the whole dependency injection in the main file, the main function. So like I said earlier, the most important thing is to have your OpenCDP.initialize function here, and then get your API key to this particular section. You can set debug to be true or set debug to be false, and also your iOS app group. Also, please note that like we shared earlier, the two required packages to have this run properly is the Firebase core and the Firebase messaging, and that is why you are seeing firebase.initialize hype and firebase messaging permission request here, right? And lastly, I also added the identity track to add it or the identify, and this is to enable you to track or identify the particular user that is currently logging into the app or using the app at the moment. And so for the sake of this video, I'm using a UUID here, so it's going to be random and unique. And also the property section, this property section has to do with the attributes that you want to be stored and monitored in your Conviso dashboard. And you can have as many custom attributes as you want. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be doing just name and email. And then also, you also need to register your device token. This enables OpenCDB to know the specific device to send push notification to, and that function is opencdb.instance.register device token. And this is the device token that you get from the Firebase that is unique to every single device. And this is all you just need to do to have your app listen and receive push notification. So let's try it out. So here this is a preview for the Conviso dashboard. At this point, we are going to be trying or testing out sending push notification to your device. And for you to get to this point, please head over to messaging. You can get down to broadcasts and you'll find the button at the top right corner where you can create a new broadcast. Most importantly, you scroll down to the channels where you select the particular service you want to make use of. And for the course of this video, we'll be doing push notification, where we have other services like email, SMS, and in-app notification. Select your content and then select your channel and then click on add content. So this is the interface where you type in what you want to send as the title. Let's say testing push notification, and the message to be we are doing great. Also, you will notice that we have a little preview at the right hand of your screen where you see how it's going to look like on your device. And also something to point out, you can also see a check button here for you to send data only or silent push notification should you need that. But for the case of this video, we are not sending data only push notification. So we go to tests, just to test this out. I'm going to select the platform Android. Also select select the means by which you want to do this. So I have my device token and I'm going to be testing with my device token. Then we'll have it done. Then we'll send the push notification. And as you can see on my app, I already have this down, and this is the push notification. I'll see you on the next one.